my under eye circles have worsened. Oh well, fun times ahead. Now I'm gonna try them all. Fat transfer, needles under your eyes, and this stuff is amazing. I remember being more impressed. I am ending the wear test because come along with me. Hi friends, welcome to Actually Clean Beauty. My name is Joanna. On this channel, I review non-toxic makeup and show you how it wears on my 46-year-old combination skin. How do I know these products are non-toxic, you might ask? Well, I look at the ingredients and I ignore the branding. Unfortunately, a lot of times brands just lie and say this product's clean when it contains a bunch of different nasty ingredients. So if you like unsponsored, non-greenwashed makeup reviews, keep watching. Today I am comparing the Tarte Colored Clay Under Eye Corrector to the Jane Iredale Circle Delete. These are two correctors I've used before, but I'm retrying. The Tarte I usually would not review because it has two ingredients, I think polysorbate and red 40, that I normally don't buy products that contain those ingredients. However, I remembered this being a really good product, and as I've gotten older, my under eye circles have worsened. Fun times ahead for all of us. And I remember this being pretty opaque, full coverage-ish as well. So I really wanna, this one is fully clean, I would consider fully clean. So I wanna compare these and see how they wear side by side. So I recently tried the Kosas corrector as well, which I do really like. It's a different type of formula. I really want something with a ton of coverage, which might be too much to expect from a corrector. But I'm gonna try them all. I'm gonna try all the correctors I can, because this eye situation is not getting any better, and it's not going to. Unfortunately. One thing I might try is getting my under eyes lasered. I may try that in 2026. I've heard it can help with darkness at least. If that doesn't work, I am not opposed to maybe trying to get a fat transfer or something. And what I don't want to do is get filler. I did get filler a couple times, maybe like 5 years ago. I did really like it. However, I stay away from it now just because I've heard that it can migrate, that it doesn't actually ever really go away. It's also, you know, you gotta go back every few months. It's not pleasant getting needles under your eyes and all that jazz. No shade if you do that regularly. I know it really can help the look of your under eyes. So come along with me on my under eye journey. I'm glad you're here with me. Let's get into this corrector comparison and wear test. Okay, so I look crazy right now, but my makeup's not finished. I have primer, foundation, blush, eyeshadow, and lip. Both of these correctors, this is shiny. I don't want it to. Ooh, it's nice. Both of these correctors are oil-based, so I'm going to, even though I have my skincare on, I have eye serum with a little eye cream, I have an oil on, plus the primer, I'm gonna give myself a little extra hydration and use an under eye primer. So I'm gonna use the Mahalo Indigo Balm for just a little extra moisture. Do you guys like my fruity nails? Okay, this balm is freaking amazing, multi-purpose, you only need a tiny bit. The first ingredient is hemp oil. I want to use an oil-based product since I'm using oil-based correctors. This stuff is just really freaking amazing. If you are acne prone and you need moisture and you have mature skin like me, it's a really, really nice balm and it smells really good. You can also use it as a makeup primer, so that's a bonus. It is expensive, so it's nice that it's like a multi-use product. Now over that, I'm going to use the Solaris Sun Care Daydreamer. This is their Super Peptide Eye Primer SPF 30. It's of course non-nano zinc oxide only as the SPF, and you just need a little bit. My cat's hair gets everywhere. If you have a long hair cat, you know what I mean. I'm doing this because both of these correctors, in my experience in the past, have settled into my lines, so I'm just trying to avoid that as much as possible. Oh, you will see how it works. Ooh, look how moisturized my under eyes are now. This is a little difficult because this eye has a little bit of tad deeper lines than this eye, so let's see what happens. Now, I got shade 2. The first ingredient in the Jane Iredale Circle Delete is moringa seed oil, so that's really nice. It has a lot of just natural oils in it. You're supposed to use these to like make your perfect shade, but I'm just gonna straight up go in with this darker shade. Ooh, yeah, it's like nice and has a lot of coverage, like I remember. I even wonder if I could go a shade darker, but it looked a little bit too dark, so. I'm just gonna put this like that and blend it. This brush is nice for the inner corner. The only bummer about, so that looks pretty nice. The rest of it. And I am wearing the Lauren Brooke Cream Foundation right now, which works pretty good as a concealer as well. So I'm gonna add that on top of both of these. So that looks pretty nice. I mean, I'm not getting rid of my shadows anytime soon, but it's something. Okay, let's try the Tarte. And this is shade Light Medium Peach. The first ingredient in this is castor oil, which is really nice. Okay, already I see like more coverage. Looks like it might be a tad more coverage. But let's see what happens when we blend it out. It's also a slightly darker shade than the Jane Iredale. I need a little bit more like here. Okay, so that's not bad. Oh yeah, it's very brightening. You can see this one is a little bit more opaque. I'm disappointed because this is the not as clean one and I wanted them to be the same. Let's see if we can build up the coverage on the Jane Iredale side a little bit. I am wiping off my brushes in between, guys, just so you know. And blend this. Yeah, the coverage is not quite as opaque as this side. I am going to grab my Lauren Brooke Cream Foundation. This stuff is amazing. It really smooths out the look of my pores on my nose, and it's kind of foolproof. Like, I can apply too much of this and it's not very obvious. So I want to wait a second and see which side settles the most. So yeah, it looks like both sides are settling. If you remember, I said that this side settles a little bit more because I think the lines are a little bit deeper on the side. So you can see there is more settling. They're still settling here too. What I'm gonna do is just wipe it out. I'm taking my big old foundation brush and I'm just plopping some foundation on here. This settles too, so you know, there's only so much I can do about settling. I do feel like I could go for a darker shade on both sides, but oh well. Let's set these. I like setting my under eyes these days with the Inika setting powder. It's nice and smoothing. I try not to use a ton, but I always sweep out what I can from my lines first and set that. Sweep this out. Just get a little bit more product right here. It's a little dark there on my eyelid. Okay. And set it. Okay, so it's been maybe a half an hour. I just finished my makeup and this happens to me even after I set my concealer. No matter what powder I use, it still settles a little bit. So I'm just gonna do what I always do, which is sweep it out of the way. And eventually it will stop, depending on the product, eventually. I think it's looking pretty good on either side in this lighting. I'm gonna show you in other lighting. I know that you'll still be able to see my shadows, but what can you do? I have other correctors to try. I'm going to retry the Airy Perez Lychee corrector and the Fit Glow corrector. I ordered peach. And I'm gonna do a little looking around about other correctors too. So we're gonna try to find all the clean correctors we can find. So far, I remember being more impressed with this corrector before, but maybe that's because as I've gotten a few years older, my dark under eyes have exacerbated, which happens when you get older. So fun times for us ahead. I'm gonna keep this on my face for like another 6-7 hours or so, and we're gonna see how it wears throughout the day. Yeah, I feel a corrector series coming on. So this is in bad lighting, like you can always see my under eye bags. In this lighting, this is what it looks like in natural light. I'm standing right in front of a window. I actually think it looks pretty good in natural light. As long as the light is hitting my face in the right way, I don't have under eye bags. I just should carry around like a light. I get a portable ring light just for my under eye bags. So I just looked at that video I just took. The Tarte side looks a little better. So there you go. We'll see. And it's still settling, so I gotta go like that. Both sides. It's been about 2.5, 3 hours. There's more settling, and oddly enough, my mascara is transferring. This mascara never transfers, hardly ever. I think it's because I made my under eyes very creamy, creamier than I normally do. Anyway, I'm just gonna fix this. I do not like it. I should have worn my lash primer, but I did not. Anyhow, that's how it's going. So it's only been about 5 hours, but I am ending the wear test here because this has not lasted how I want it to last on either side already. So I don't really see the point in waiting another like 2 to 3 hours. So yes, there is still some product left here on the Tarte side, especially down here where I applied it. I did blend it up a little bit. That's why, you know, there was so much settling. But as you can see, let me zoom in. There's still a little bit of settling, and it's like kind of disappeared from some bluish areas here. It's still down here, and there's still some brightening down here, but it's moved around a little bit too much for my liking. And then on the Jane Iredale side, again, there is also a little bit more transfer of mascara, but I think the Jane Iredale side, it has a similar thing happening where it has disappeared, but might be a little bit longer lasting and less fading than the Tarte side. So even though the Tarte has maybe more coverage at first, I don't know if it lasts for us over a certain age. So it is the next day, and today I put on the Jane Iredale corrector on both sides. Then I put on the Anika Organic Cream Concealer, and then over that I set it, and then I put on the Anika Organic Baked Foundation. Just wanted to show you, it's been about 6 hours and it is settling still, even though I set it and put a baked powder foundation on over it. I do see some younger influencers really loving the Tarte color corrector, but they tend to not have as much darkness or lines, and it doesn't really matter as much for them if the product moves around or even disappears like by half throughout the day. But for us over a certain age, it does matter. It does matter that the correctors stay where we put it. I think that the Jane Iredale does have maybe a little bit more longevity than the Tarte. Yeah, I do wish that I had gotten darker shades in both because I like Kosas in Peach Pink. It's a tad darker than both of these, but both of these do not have very many shades. I didn't go for the ones that, you know, said like medium tan because that's not my skin tone, but maybe I should have anyway. Yeah, you guys, I love a nice creamy opaque product for under the eyes. However, the cream products I feel like just really do tend to shift and settle, unfortunately. So the next one I'm gonna try is the Fit Glow color corrector, which I haven't tried for a while. You know what I need to do? I have this Morph brightener and I want to get this in a darker orange correcting shade and compare it. So yeah, we're going to do some more exploring of correctors. Thank you for watching this video. This was a fun experiment, Tarte, but I'm not going to be reusing you probably because you shift too much and dissipate throughout the day. Plus, I don't consider you that clean. So I may use this again. I don't know. I don't know if I will. I might. I'm sure I will try it again. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means so much to me. Everything I have on my face today and mentioned is going to be linked down below. If you have any questions or if you need product recommendations, you can always email me at actuallycleanfriends@gmail.com or just leave a comment below. Please, if you're not subscribed, press the like button if you like my content, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.